Hello, my name is Rancho. I'm one of the customer engineers specialized on Google Workspace. Today I'm going to show you how Drive can prevent sensitive data from being shared externally. I have set up a data loss prevention rule that will prevent users from sharing sensitive social security numbers external to this domain. As you can see in my screen, when I go into the sharing option, it implicitly reminds me that this contains sensitive content. Despite this, I can go ahead and share it with Jane at Altostrat, who is external to this domain. And when I click send, it prevents me from sharing this content. Any such similar incidents can also be investigated right from within the admin console within the rule. When I click on investigate rule, Google automatically populates all the search conditions and it shows me all the frequent violations that have been happening. I can run a pivot search right from here to see who owns this document and who else has access to this document. When I click on actions, I can audit file permissions to see that this sample data is owned by Test Harvey and it's a DLP user, so this is safe. If there are more people it has been shared with, I can select set access, change owner, and ensure that sensitive content does not accidentally get leaked outside of this domain. That is data loss prevention for Google Drive. Hello, my name is Rancho. I'm one of the customer engineers specialized on Google Workspace. Today I'm going to show you how sensitive data sent through emails can be protected from being shared externally. I have set up a rule in the compliance section under Gmail that prevents a confidential keyword banana on any emails, whether it is the email body, subject, or even if it is in the attachment through OCR. Here in my quarantine, I noticed that there are 2 emails that have been quarantined for further review. You can see that this blatantly has bananas in its subject, which has caught up in this rule. So let's review this, allow or deny. Since this is being addressed to Altostrat, which is an external domain, we will be denying this email. Let's check out the other email. The subject does not have any keyword. The body of the message does not have any keyword, but the attachment has something that possibly matched with this rule description. So let's track this one. When you want to track this, you can copy any of these metadata, go into investigation tool and start an investigation that goes with any of these conditional parameters, and let's search. This is going to show us all the messages that have been sent, and if I want to open any of the messages, it shows me the header of the messages. And if I do want to see the content of the message, I need to enter a justification. And this goes into the admin audit log as well. Now I will have the option of downloading the attachment to check what is the content that we are dealing with. And as you can see, this download indicates that it has a handwritten word banana, which is one of the restricted keywords that we are preventing from being shared externally. Due to this, the OCR recognition has caught this email and it has put it under quarantine for further review. Not only does the rule scan the messages, the subject, the content, but also the attachments, which are hand-printed as well. That is Gmail data loss prevention through content compliance rules.
My name is John Harvey, and I'm going to show you a quick demo of how to implement context-aware access through the Google Admin Console. Context-aware access will give you the ability to not only protect your applications from a user's username and password and maybe a multi-factor authentication, but to bring in other additional contexts such as location or IP address ranges so that you can protect your applications and your users based upon the context of their device or the users. So let's jump into it. We're in admin.google.com and we're going to go down to Security, Context-aware access. You're going to see I have a couple different settings. One, I have access levels, assign access levels, and then the user message. The user message is pretty straightforward. It's basically going to say, hey, here's what the users are going to see if they're blocked from access. So you can do a preview message to see what they see there. Test that out. So that's pretty straightforward. We can also assign the access level. So you'll see here, we have no assigned access levels at our top level organizational unit. We can assign them at OU level, at groups, or at individual users. And so we're going to walk through, and we have a few already applied to our Beyond Corp OU. So if you look down here, I've got this one called Drives and Docs, where I've set one applied, and it's called CONUS Access. And so I've assigned that. You can also come in here and assign other ones like block high-risk IPs or something along those lines. So you can do OS policies or all these different things. But we've got this one that's basically created that says applied locally to only CONUS access. And so if we go take a look at the actual access level, we'll go look at that access level rule. And basically it's going to say condition 1 is that the geographic origin is the United States. So anything that is OCONUS would not meet this and they would not be allowed in. Let's open up a new browser and log in as our test user. So if I go to I can see that I have my DLP user here. I will sign in. And you see I get in just fine without any issues. Now I'm going to jump over to an RDP session that I have on a virtual machine running in Europe. So my Europe Winbox. This is running out of one of our Belgium data centers. So if you look here, you'll see that I am, according to this, sitting in Belgium. So let's go try and log in to Drive from here. So I'll log in as a DLP user. And you'll see I get the error message that says I don't have access based upon that access policy. So if I sign out and then I try and sign back in as jharv, remember we assigned this at the OU level. So my jharv user is not at the same OU, and my jharv gets in just fine. So that's pretty cool. We're able to see that individual users can have different policies set based upon their assignment, and we can also make sure that folks are not able to access stuff from outside the United States. And that's how you can limit access to your applications based upon geolocation. Context-aware access gives you the ability to leverage things like the geolocation, the operating system, and certain device policies before allowing access to your applications, giving you the flexibility to protect your enterprise and your applications and your data. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Rancho, and this is a demo of target audiences. This is a user, Ivy, and Ivy is an intern. Whatever content Ivy creates, we would like to restrict that to a certain subset of users. Let's see how to do that. Let me switch profile to the admin. Ivy belongs to the org unit intern. You can see that here, Ivy intern belongs to interns. We are restricting the target audience that Ivy can share with, and other interns belonging to the interns org unit, they can share only with a group of mentors. This ensures that we have control over how content are being shared within the organization. When I switch back to Ivy's profile and click on share, you can see that this content can only be shared with a group of mentors, or it can be restricted and shared with individual users one by one. Ivy, as an intern, does not have the option of sharing this content with the entire organization. This helps make sure that your data is secure and it is shared only with the right audiences that you intend to share with. This is target audience that improves your drive trust.